So No Man's Sky just had one of its largest updates ever. Beyond. Guys, welcome back to No Man's Sky. It has been a very long time since I've been in the game, but I'm glad to be back and checking out this brand new update. I'm going to be bringing more No Man's Sky Beyond videos as time goes on, so if you guys are new to the channel or if you've been around the channel, you can look forward to seeing more of that. And you know, that's going to be all the new update stuff, as well as any glitches and things that we find, because you know I like to find those things. So with this update comes a virtual reality. I packed mine up, and so I don't have any of it set up, and so I won't be able to do that. But it has virtual reality. It expands the multiplayer experience like to a bigger degree than it ever has been. It overhauls base building, changes up how NPCs behave, and adds more NPCs. There are unlockable technology trees, animal riding, and a ton more. So multiplayer sessions can now hold more explorers. The space anomaly, guys, I mean, there's some updates are amazing. It can now hold 16 players on all platforms. Maximum player count on PC is now 32, 8 on console. There are now full character models, which you can see like in multiplayer, which allow you to see, you know, the character of this person, as well as ship customizations. There's new improved communication options and a massive new social hub with the space anomaly. It's amazing. It's now been transformed into this massive new social hub, and this is pretty awesome as it like really expands like, you know, what's there and like how it looks. Now, one thing that's absolutely amazing about this is that it now has the ability to exist across all systems and galaxies. That's huge. And then not only that, like, you remember the teleporter, now it's like a totally different thing. It's very powerful. It's still a teleporter, but it allows explorers to easily browse and visit each other's bases directly from the anomaly. And it will also feature awesome bases created by people in the game across the No Man's Sky community. Like, that's amazing. So you can, so like maybe the better your base is, the more the chance you have of getting featured or something. So you can also now summon the anomaly if you've already encountered it, which like everybody has, really, right? Multiplayer missions are now initialized from the Nexus, which is located aboard the space anomaly, and so you have multiplayer missions that you can do, a bunch of different kinds. There's a large group of unique missions that are currently available, and which means they're probably going to add more, including a new style of mission, base construction, which is pretty awesome. So blueprints, the way blueprints work now, they are unlockable through technology trees, which means that learning new crafting recipes is way better than it was before. I mean, certain things in the game, the systems were just like kind of, you know, cumbersome. There wasn't much to it. It was just like the same thing, just repeated in a different way. So the blueprint analyzer has now been transformed into an advanced construction research unit. So you remember that from before, if you played before. Now it's something totally different, and players may now choose their own research paths and more clearly visualize like where they're going with their research progress. So even more base parts are available aboard the space anomaly. I mean, there's a ton of different things with the space anomaly. It's a huge thing in this update. The anomaly also has tech specialists where you can purchase enhancements. This is a hub of everything that you need. So all that to say, that's just one aspect of what they've done. And I mean, this is like a brand new game. There are also new travelers with Polo and Nada, and so these people have new interactions, missions, and nanite earning opportunities each day. Okay, so there's also a bunch of enhancements and changes to NPCs throughout the universe, including NPCs that walk around and actually interact with you and the environment. Like, you can gesture at them and they'll gesture back to you. Obviously, this video I probably won't showcase all these things, but I want to talk about all of them, obviously. There's also now the ability to tame creatures with bait and then mount and ride them around. So you don't need your exocraft, you can use a creature now. And so that's pretty amazing. And then on top of that, there's also like farming, because now you can also farm these animals and gather milk and eggs and edible clusters. And then, so not only that, but from those things, there are now tons of, not from those things, but in addition to those things, there are a ton of new recipes from new plants that you can find. Okay, there's like 10 new harvestable fauna on, or flora, it's flora, on the planets, and you can take those things that you can harvest and use them to create bait and other recipes. And you can basically get I mean, there's like 300 recipes that you can make now. And you can boost your exosuit by making certain things and consuming them, or get rewards from Cronus, which is a guy on the Anomaly, which will critique your food, like the food that you make. I mean, it's just so many amazing things, and like so many things to explore. And then this is another major thing too, like planetary bases can now be powered by fueled biogenerators. And so you think of like Satisfactory, that type of thing. Self-sustaining solar panels, so you don't even have to do anything. You can just power everything for you if the sun's up, obviously. Then you can wire up powered parts to the grid and experiment with 5 varieties of logical switch to direct the flow of power. So then you got like astroneer engineering kind of built in there too. Like, I mean, some amazing things. You can create like these light panels and sound displays, or really complex contraptions that involve generators and short-range teleporters and things like that. I mean, there's a ton of different things. You can check out all the update information, the patch information on their website, by the way, if you haven't already. Everything that I'm saying is on there. And then also, along with that, they now have expanded like base building, and so like creativity can be even like expanded upon with like, because I mean before it's kind of blocky, and some circular things that you could do. I mean, you could get some really cool looking bases, but now they expanded it even more with a large range of new base parts, as well as taking advantage of flexible new ways to scale and rotate base parts. Because if before, like, things sometimes didn't snap well or fit well together, and like when you built upon one section, it would like mess up another section. It just wasn't that, it was cumbersome, it wasn't easy to do. And now they've done that. They've shifted how they did it, made it more flexible, and now you can actually even scale and rotate parts, which is amazing. So not only that, it just seems like that's all this video is. Not only that, there's more to the story. You can now survey a planet and find like massive hidden nodes of resource deposits, and then you can construct special industrial base parts in these surveyed locations to take advantage of the hidden resources. So you can create autonomous systems that can extract for you and create supply depots and batteries to keep things going. So literally like Satisfactory stuff that we just experienced with one game brought into No Man's Sky. They've like made, and No Man's Sky is probably obviously working on this whole time, so they've made this beautiful packaged product now that is been crashing today, but obviously, and I don't have enough time to get it out today, and so I'm getting the video out tomorrow. So when you see this, will be the next day after release, which is probably fine because of crashes and stuff. So these locations that you can make on these planets, these surveyed locations, will harvest in real time, even when you're not in the game. And so you can come back and get your supply depot and stuff. So not only that, but there have been enhancements across the board with graphics and details as well. Like ships look totally different. They've been they've been made larger, and there's now also first-person perspective when driving exocrafts, which it just looks amazing, and which will give you a brand new perspective on the game itself, and it's been something that I think they should have done a long time ago, but I'm glad it's there now. And then you can also sit in chairs, which is like the ending of their patch notes, which is hilarious. But then also there's virtual reality, and so virtual reality stuff is very in depth. You've got your own in-game like menu and things like that you can control, and you can seamlessly switch between the two. And so unfortunately, like I said, I packed everything up, and so I'm not going to get to really experience the virtual reality aspect of the game. But I can imagine how awesome it would be from playing virtual reality games in the past. And so lots and lots of changes to the game, and pretty amazing things that I think everybody who's played No Man's Sky is going to enjoy. And I really would love to hear your feedback and your comments about what you think about the changes. Are these like really good changes for the game? I mean, it's basically revamped a lot of things. There's also new missions and how the game like starts out, and like progression, and how you get storyline missions. Everything has changed. Like I said, it's like a new game. And I don't have a ton of time to play, but I'm gonna hopefully get to experience a lot of the changes and get to share those with you guys in the next couple of videos or whatever. And if you guys want to see more, obviously let me know anything specific that you'd like to see, and we can even, I don't know if it's going to be possible, but like even do base tours. Like I tried to do that before. Maybe we can do base tours now, since it'll be easier to access people's bases. Like you don't have to fly to planets and stuff. You can just go through the teleporter if you're probably on your friends list or whatever. And so lots of changes, lots of updates to the game, and lots of things that are going to make No Man's Sky, like I said, a good packaged product. Because before, it just seemed like everything was daisy chained, and they even mentioned this, like how it felt like they were just adding one thing on after another, and it didn't really give you this seamless feel of like a good game. And so now they've done that. That was their goal, that was their attempt. Multiplayer is a huge deal, having the ability of actually seeing people, because if you remember, like that was something they said at the very beginning of the launch of the game, and they never delivered on it, and people were super mad and super disappointed, and you like never would see anybody. And they even said like, you know, the chances of actually finding somebody are super low, but now they've made that a possibility. And they made like base building and constructing and doing things together even more flexible and practical, and so like giving you an ability to really experience the game if you want by yourself, in virtual reality, or with a group of people. And I think that is what makes this update amazing, is that not only have they done so many things to like improve the game, but they've made that cohesive. They made everything cohesive, and so now it's fluid. Now it feels good. Now it feels like an actual polished, packaged game that they can present, and people can say, "Wow, look at this game! Look at everything. It's got everything I want in a game like this." And so, lots of time later, I feel like No Man's Sky has finally lived up to things, and you know, beautiful planets and stuff like that, which seemed so rare when you first started out. There were just all these yucky, green, rusty, nasty planets, and it wasn't anything amazing. And you know, just really excited to see where it goes from here and what they even have planned next, because I'm like, what do you do now? What do you do now, you know? And so, like I said, in the next couple days, we're going to be doing more videos experiencing the game as a whole and kind of, you know, getting a good feel of all the changes personally. And like I said, if I find any glitches or any bugs or anything like that that can improve your gameplay experience in a cheap way, I'm going to do it, because you guys know I like to do that. But anyway, that's not the focus of the videos. The focus of the video is going to be exploration. So for those of you who've been waiting around and saying like, when's Entak going to do this again? Is he ever going to do this again? I'm doing it again, okay? I don't know how much, but I'm doing it again, and I hope you guys enjoy the content that I'm going to be putting out. So this video obviously served as kind of an overview, patch video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you maybe didn't follow along with the update or the patch notes or whatever, hopefully this gives you an insight into everything and brings you some entertainment at the same time. So thank you guys so much for stopping by, joining me today. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Things are going well in your life. I'll see you in the next one.